So here we get a chance to build something in America. How many people think that timing is important? Being on the front end of something. Well, you know, I believe that with all of my heart. So what you're going to see tonight is an opportunity. And the name of our company is Jeunesse. And we're going to build an unbelievable company and give people an opportunity to change their lives financially. It says in today's business facts, it said a lot of people are living from paycheck to paycheck. People agree with that? They're wondering how they're going to need to pay their next payment. You know, I've got friends at my church that I've been in networking now for 10 years, and I'll show them the business, and they say, oh, that's one of those pyramid things. I'd never do that. I got buddies that I play golf with at the club that if they didn't have their wife a good job, they couldn't play there. And they'll tell me they won't do network marketing. You know what their idea of an opportunity is? Getting their wife a second job. You know, do you have enough money to do what you want to do for your family? I read a book that says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And a lot of guys, they don't understand that. Some people think that was a request. It was really a command. You know why that Jacob doesn't know his great-grandfather's first name? Because that sucker didn't leave him nothing. Life is about not what you make, what you leave behind. It said many people are stressed. If you look at this slide up here, and they live day to day and wonder how they're going to pay the bills, and they talk about downsizing. Do you know the difference between a recession and a depression? A depression is when it's you. So that's the only difference. And there's a lot of people out there that are looking for something, and I think we have a solution tonight if you're looking for a way to make some extra income for your family. It says on this next page, imagine, would you like to have an additional $500 or $1,000 a month? It says right here, would you like to spend more time with your family? Somebody say yes to that. You should. And it says right here, travel and see the world. See, I've been very blessed. I've got to see the world because I was in the travel business for about 10 years, and I made a lot of money there. And all I helped people do was catch the vision of how they can own their own business and get paid every time somebody booked travel. And what we're going to do here is teach people how to feel better, how to look better. And I know it's hard for you to think that me and Kevin could look better. But we just introduced a new weight loss product in our company, and me and Kevin are going to set a world's record. Somebody laugh and say, no, you're not. But we're going to get on it, and we're going to lose some weight. Everybody quit laughing, will you please? Would you like to have better health, more money? Would you like to have more freedom, folks? It's this little guy right here. A lot of people, if they would have first met him, I saw the picture of Bill Gates when he first started. He had long hair, and he started his business in his garage. And a lot of people said, yeah, I'd have bought into Bill Gates. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. But he says right here that if he was starting a business today, it would be network marketing. I think that's pretty powerful. This little guy right here has made a little bit of money too. His name is Warren Buffett. And he has financial interests in more than a dozen network marketing companies. Donald Trump says if he was starting a business tomorrow, it would be network marketing. I admire people that are successful. And I've always been taught if you want to be successful, you hitch yourself to somebody that's done it before and let them show you how to do it. And I was talking over at the convention in Orlando Saturday, and I said, somebody that's never been there can't teach somebody going there how to get there. I've done this before, and I know it works, and I know how to do it. And a lot of people get involved in network marketing, but they don't engage. We got a center here that we're going to give you a chance to plug in and engage. Because we're going to do this every Tuesday night and help you build a business with a legacy company, and I think that's unbelievable. You see on this next slide, it talks about the anti-aging market. You know, when Kevin put that on my eye, my wrinkles went away. I'm not going to tell you that my wife attacked me when I got home because it didn't happen. But my wrinkles did go away, and I was really impressed with that. When you see this, they did a live presentation in Orlando Saturday, and they introduced this new product, and it's called Instantly Ageless, okay? And they did a live presentation, and you're going to see it on the screen tonight during the presentation. And it's miraculous what happened to this lady's face right before your eyes in about 3 minutes. It's not trick photography. It really works. And when they got through there, they said, would anybody out here like to have some of this? And it was like at a rock concert. They were knocking each other down getting to the stage. You know, in the first 45 minutes, they sold $1 million worth of this product. In 45 minutes. It's pretty, wasn't it amazing, Robert? Listen, if they'd have had more, they'd have sold more. They would only let her buy one package. But all I can tell you is, folks, if you're looking for a way to do something and help people, this is an unbelievable business. This is what the room looked like over there in Orlando. It's a family-owned company, founded in 1909, debt-free, People that own this company are unbelievable, and they want you to win, and that's what I'm excited about. Right now, they're 46 on the direct selling global list. That's unbelievable, folks. In 4 years, do you realize that they have 50 people in the company making over $1 million a year? Now, I just met Bob back here in the back, and I relate to what he's doing because I know what he's doing, and it really thrills me. But the bottom line is, if you get a chance to change people's financial picture, you can change a lot of things for them. You know, my pastor used to tell me, he said 90% of the counseling he did in church was people that were struggling financially. So I really do believe if you can show people how to make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, you can change their lives. We're a member of the Direct Selling Association. This is the founders of our company. Randy is 73 years old. To tell you how he got involved, he developed the software for a little program called Apollo for NASA. And it was very successful. Sold that company, I think, for around $50 million. And he sold 2 or 3 other companies for the same amount of money. So he knows how to do business. Wendy is his wife. And they're just unbelievable people. When I went over there and met with them, I made a decision to do this business. Now, I'll have to admit that this product made it real easy for me. But when I first looked at it, I said, how am I going to sell somebody skincare? And how are me and Kevin going to sell somebody weight loss? But I can see how I can show somebody how they can look better. And that's what excited me. Voted the top most influential women in network marketing. That's pretty powerful, isn't it? And you got a chance here next week if you come back and you're in the room here tonight. If you bring 2 guests with you next week, we won't have room for everybody here. And that's what's exciting about this business. Last week we had over 1,650 people watching live on the internet. This shows our products. When they launched this company, just to tell you, the first product was the stem cell. Randy went out to California because he had bad knees, and he heard of the doctor in Hollywood that was injecting stem cell into the knee joint so he wouldn't have to have surgery. And when he got ready to leave, he saw a little box on the counter, and he said, well, what is this? He said, this is the same thing except it's a cream. And Randy said, how much do you sell of that a month? And he said, I only sell it to my patients, and I sell about 40 boxes a month. And Randy said, how would you like to sell 40,000 boxes a month? And he said, how could I do that? He said, if you'll give me the formula, I'll give you the royalties. Last month, for the quarter, his royalties was $359,000 for the quarter off of one little product. That's the power of network marketing, folks. That's the power of what's going to happen with Instantly Ageless. I think that's, to me, is just scary. And you see this right here? That's the product. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to show you the same video that they showed, that they did it live.
What you want to do is twist off the top. You want to squirt out a very small amount. Flip the lid over and reseal it. So you can use this file 2 or 3 more times. Is tap a very, very thin layer. I'm just tapping a very thin layer on her skin, but you want to leave it about 10 or 15% damp on the skin. Do not rub it all the way in because the product works as it's drying, so you want it to allow it to do this.
Okay, I'm going to start a timer. I can't see the...
Now you haven't seen anything yet.
You can use Instantly Ageless before or after your makeup. First of all, you want to do all your preventative maintenance and all the good stuff first.
Is it working?
Working.
How long has it been? What do you see? What are you thinking?
And I think if you showed this to your wife, she'd feel good that you showed it to her. Somebody asked me the other day, well, how are you going to sell this, Rick? And I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to give it away. Okay? And a lot of people, when they join this business, they'll try to sell it, and you can sell it. This box wholesale is $34.95. It has 25 applications in here, and each tube is good for maybe 3 uses. Am I correct, Kevin? And the bottom line is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on Susan's right eye, and when it gets through, she's going to say, well, how do I do my left one? I said, it's about $30. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. But the main thing that the way I'm going to show this is I'm going to show them that it really works. And I'm going to say, ask you a question. Would you like to buy this product? They said, I'd love it. And they said, well, how much is it? I said, well, it's $69 a box. Now, I didn't realize until I started asking my wife what she pays at Macy's for all of her makeup. I thought that was kind of high. And she said, no, it wasn't. But I'm going to say to somebody, would you like to pay wholesale or would you like to pay retail? Somebody say wholesale. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say if you become a distributor, you can buy this box for $34 instead of $69. So there will be some people that get in this business and they'll go out and sell this box for $69. And I'm going to give it away to a lot of pretty ladies who wants to get involved in our business. So everybody will look at this totally different ways, but that's how I'm going to sell this product. I'm going to give it away. I've always been taught the more you give, the more you receive. And I'm going to give this away till it hurts my wallet. No, I'm just kidding you. That's terrible to say that. I'm just going to give it away, folks. I want to show you something here. I want to show you first about the binary in our company. There's a right and a left side. And I'm going to just make it real simple. Every time somebody joins on the right and the left, it pays out $35 to unlimited depth. And that's a big deal because it maxes out at $26,250 a week. That's going to happen for Kevin real soon. I said week. Not a month, not a year, but week. You realize that there's, like I said, over 50 people making $1 million a year here. And it'll pay you like a real business if you'll treat it like a real business. I get a lot of people in network marketing. They get in, they come to one meeting, somebody stands them up, they never come back, and they say, I knew it wouldn't work. You know, I was in a travel company and I made almost $10 million. My brother did not get in that business. Okay? Brains is not hereditary. Everybody you show this to is not going to do it. I have people that I put in network marketing that I tell them I'm in something. They say, Rick, if you're in, I'm in. And then I have other people say, well, what are you doing now? And I say, well, I'm not working at Walmart. And as great a store as Publix is, I'm not working at Publix. I believe in me. I don't like working for other people. I want to work for myself. And that's what's great about being an entrepreneur, and that's what I am. I want to show you another thing that happens here. First, to become a distributor in our company, the first thing you do is you pay $49.95. You're going to get a kit, tells all about the company. You're also going to get a bracelet that has a UV on it. It has over 50 videos that you can send out to people. When I first got into this business, I'm not a real techie guy. In fact, I'm terrible. I can't get my messages off my phone. My grandson plays games on it, but I can't get my messages off. So every time I want to send somebody a DVD, I call up Jacob, and I say, Jacob, send them this DVD. And he sends it to them, and when you send it to them, folks, they start watching it, and it texts you back and says they're watching it. That's powerful, folks. Over 50, and you can just send them out. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I got about 5 or 6 people that ain't returning my call. I'm just going to have Jacob send them the video tomorrow. And I'm going to let them see what you just saw tonight. I think I'll get a few callbacks. So after the $49.95, folks, what happened to the screen? Let's talk about the 3 different ways you can get into business. If you join our company for $499, you are going to get product. And when you sell this business for $499, the company's going to pay you a $100 fast start. Does everybody understand that? So if you sell this business to somebody for $499, they're going to pay you $100. If you sell them this business for $799, they're going to pay you $200 fast start. And this company pays weekly. That's not W-E-A-K-L-Y either. That's weekly. Okay? If you sell it to somebody for $10.99, and that's what I bought, and the reason I bought that is, and I'm going to explain this to you on the next page, we have something in this company called a paycheck match. Kevin Jagger personally sponsored me into this business. Kevin has personally sponsored a lot of people. But if you put somebody in the business, there's a 20% paycheck match. So Kevin's telling me about all the money I'm going to make next month. And he thinks I don't understand money. He said, Rick, you're going to make this much money next month. But he's going to make 20% of what my paycheck is next month. And he's trying to act like he's doing this for me. Okay? But on the first level, I want to show you on this next page how it works. You see this right here? So if you personally sponsor somebody in the business on your first level, there's a 20% paycheck match. So if that person makes $1,000 next month, what do you make, Nick? $200. If that person makes $10,000 next month, Bob, you'd make $2,000. How many people would you like to make 20% paycheck match on what they do? Okay, but let me show you what's really neat. When they sponsor somebody, they're on your second level. And there's a 15% paycheck match on those people. See, even though Steve gets signed up yesterday underneath Kevin, I didn't know Bob. But if Bob gets into business tonight underneath Steve, Kevin will make 15% of what Bob earns next month. Somebody say that's good. And if Bob goes out and sponsors somebody, it would be on Kevin's third level. And on the third level, it pays a 10% paycheck match. And as you build your business, on the fourth level, it's 5%. In that travel company that I worked for, we had something called a 50% match. Some of my best leaders did not come from people that I personally sponsored. They came from people who I put in, who put in somebody, who put in somebody. Now, on those people, I got this. But on the second level here, 15% paycheck match is pretty good, isn't it? 10 ain't bad on the third, is it? In that company, I told people I was going to personally sponsor 100 people and help them make $1,000 a month. And somebody said, you can't never do that. And I did. And at one time, my match was over $50,000 a month off the people that I personally sponsored. And I told a lot of people, you could learn to love a lot of people if they were making $10,000 a month and you were getting a 50% match on their income. You see this next page? Another reason why that you want to come in for 1099, let's just go back here. When you come in for $4.99, you get the first match. For 120 days, they grandfather you in. So you will get just a 20% match if you come in for $4.99. If you come in for $7.99, you get the first and the second level. This is why I came in for $10.99. Because you get the first 3 levels match for 120 days. And by that time, you will be a sapphire. It's not hard, is it, Kevin?
Nope.
180 days, excuse me. I made sapphire in 5 days.
Fastest in the company.
Huh?
Fastest in the company.
For an old man, that ain't bad, is it? 5 days. And once, let me go back to that. I want to show you something. You see that 20%? If you personally sponsored 15 people, Steve, and you will, that 20 turns into 30. Somebody say 30 is better than 20.
30 is better than 20.
Or you could just have 10 people be your customer, and 30 is better than 20. You can become a diamond in our company. And I saw the pictures on the wall when I went over there. 16 new diamonds this month, none of them in America. How many diamonds are there in America, Kevin? When you participate in the diamond pool, it's 3%. How much was that diamond pool last quarter, Kevin?
150,000.
Would that be worth working hard for? I think so. It says right here, and I just want to show you how we've lined through this because that's just what's happening in this company. It's literally exploding. But just think, nobody in America. Bob, none of your friends know about this company. When I went over to the home office, I couldn't get over it. I saw that line of pictures and nobody from America. You know, if I was showing you a buggy whip business tonight, I'd be showing you the wrong thing. But if I was showing you how to make people look better and feel better and also get paid at the same time, somebody say that makes sense. It says right now we're in 5 global offices. Like, for instance, if you know somebody in Colombia, we have an office in Cartagena. Okay? In 35 different countries we have. Let me tell you another thing that's really great. Every bit of this product is made in the greatest country in the world. That's America. And it's shipped all over the world. I think that's great. I'm tired of other countries taking it. I think that's a great deal, that all this product is manufactured in America. Look at all the countries we're in. If you know somebody in Costa Rica, you can put them into business. In my previous company, I used to tell everybody that my biggest group was Cuban. In fact, I got some people watching tonight in Miami. Me and Kevin are going to be there Thursday night. So if you know somebody in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, we want to help you. Because every time you help you win and we win. So we're going to be in Fort Lauderdale and Miami Thursday. If you got somebody down there, we want to help you. But I had a team down there that was Cuban, and I knew 2 words in Spanish, Bob. Mucho dinero. That's all I knew. But I had a few people down that knew all the other words. See, all this business is, folks, I don't care what the product is, we're in the people business. I don't care whether you're in the travel business. I don't care whether you're in the vitamin business. We're in the people business. If you can relate to people and you love people, you can make this work. If you're not here tonight and you don't like anybody and nobody likes you, if I was you, I'd keep my money and go home. Because this won't work if you don't like people. You know, if you don't know 6 people that like you, I wouldn't do this business. You're going to have at least 6 people to carry you out of this world. You understand that? 3 on each side. If you don't have 6 people that like you, I wouldn't do this. So you got to first figure out, do people like me and do you like people? That's all this business is about. Just look at all those countries you can build this business in. There's other bonuses. They have trips every year for people as they get promoted in this company. And it says the products everybody needs. It's a global opportunity, your answer to the economy, and a way to help others. Jeunesse has it all. And I'm going to tell you what else we have. We have a place here that we want to help you build this business. So I'm going to say this, and this gets me in a lot of trouble sometimes. I tell people for $10.99 you can hire me. I'd even let you hire me for $1.99. But folks, you'll only get out of it what you put in it. And the reason I'm still working, I don't want anybody to be confused. I'm not broke. And if Kevin hadn't got me to go to Orlando, I'd have been fine. But I'll tell you what, the reason I'm still working is I have 6 grandkids that I love with all of my heart. And because I read a book that says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, that's why I'm still working. And you got to decide why you're doing this. If you're looking for a way to make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, it's great. If you like helping other people, it's wonderful. So what you saw tonight is an unbelievable business opportunity. And the one they did Tuesday night was probably a lot better. I just like to get to the facts. If you go see a presentation tomorrow night and it lasts an hour, the first 30 minutes was about the company. The last 30 minutes was about somebody trying to impress you how much they knew. I've only been here 3 weeks, so you know I don't know a lot. But I know one thing. I know how to make money. I know how to help people that want to be helped. So what I want to say to you, if you think you're a leader, Steve, and I know you think you are, and I know you are, if you're a leader and nobody's following you, you're just merely taking a walk. One more time. If you think you're a leader and nobody's following you, you're just merely taking a walk. I know who I am, and I know what I can do, and I'm going to help people win if they want to win. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. God bless you. Y'all have a great week.